weekend morning here. It's Saturday morning here in Australia. It's busy all the time. But I just wanted to jump on, say hello to everyone. So Rosemary, if you do see this, hello. Thank you for giving me the date of your surgery. It is scary in the lead up to a surgery. So if anyone saw the video series we did with Gary, it is scary leading up to. So we are thinking about you. And so I just wanted to jump on and give a quick health update with what's going on, because I know that people have been following, you know, what's been happening with the whole after the seizure. So the biggest thing to say is it was hyponatremia, which is really, I mean, it's good news because I had the EEG that came back normal. I had the I'll get this right, the computed tomography CT scan or a cardiac angiogram, that also came back normal. So there was no narrowing of the coronary arteries, which is very good news. And then we've got footage, but the video hasn't run yet, of the exercise stress test, which I have for my heart, to check for abnormal heart rhythms. That was also normal, so yay. So the really important takeaway though I wanted to say about this was, one, hyponatremia in breastfeeding is a thing and nobody told me about it, not a single person. At the hospital, I'm actually married to an obstetrician and he never mentioned it, nobody mentioned it. But it is a thing, so it's sort of one of those hidden things, I guess, that women need to be aware of. So if you are breastfeeding, do be aware. And apparently postpartum women almost straight after birth are actually the most at risk, because there's a massive sort of hormonal shift, electrolyte imbalances or whatever's going on in your body, trying to adjust to your body, making then that breast milk for your baby. So hyponatremia is a thing in breastfeeding. That's one of the important things I wanted to say today. And the other important thing to say, well, it's sort of in a double whammy. The first thing is we are very, very, very lucky in this country to have excellent public health care. So all those tests were funded under our Medicare scheme or our public health system scheme. So, you know, the minute I was brought into that emergency department, I had specialists come to see me. They ordered all these tests. They wanted to rule out anything. The reason I had all those heart tests was, even though I came into the emergency department with my salt levels at 121, which is critical levels, and that is the level where you are in hyponatremia. So, you know, that was most likely the cause, but my troponin levels were elevated and there was something going on with the heart. And it does really look like I've talked in other videos, that the heart got damaged because of that seizure, because there was lack of oxygen going on there for a little while. So it's like a big punch to the heart. So it kind of like suffered a bruising, if you will think about it that way. So the healthcare was wonderful. I got excellent healthcare. Now, the massive takeaway though is not once though, so far was their follow-up. Although I do have a dietetics appointment, a phone consult coming up, so that's kind of the last thing, and that will actually be useful because I'll be able to talk to them about the salt levels. But this is a really important thing. In Australia, even though we have that fantastic public health system, when you go into emergency, you still need a really good general practitioner. In fact, you really, really need a good general practitioner. I'm lucky, I am married to a doctor, so Luke was able to monitor my salt levels. And he was the one that said, you need regular blood tests, you need to go on the hydrolyte drinks. Nobody at the hospital said that. So I was seen by specialists at the hospital who examined my heart, who examined my brain to make sure there wasn't epilepsy activity. But nobody took charge of those salt levels. My husband did for me, which is really, really good. But if I hadn't have been married to a doctor, I actually said to Luke, what would have happened with my salt levels? Like, you know, how would we have known anything about them? And he said, that's where you need to have a GP. And I said, would a good GP, if I was going to a GP, would they have asked for blood tests and monitored my salt levels? And he said, a good GP should have, all good. So, if you're definitely in Australia, do have a really good GP. That's a massive thing. We're going to head over here. There are children here on the Esplanade. There is a child crying and it's not mine. But Spencer is not with me at the moment. He is with Luke at home because Luke's got the day off because it is the weekend. Well, we're going to head over here and I'm going to show you the awesome, these are Surface Paradise heroes. So we've got the jet ski that the surf lifesavers use. So it's just there. So that is so cool. And that's all their equipment there. And these guys are lifesavers for sure. Like they pull people out of the waves all the time. Oh, look, there's a pink life jacket. That is so cool. That is awesome. I reckon that would look nice on me. Nice pink life jacket. But it's a cloudy day here actually in Surfers Paradise. And actually I'm going to say this before I forget, because I always get this wrong. I'm now looking at a sand pumping barge. I was mistakenly calling it a jetty. It's not a jetty, it's a barge. So it's just out here, and that is trying to repair our beach, because after Cyclone Alfred, the beach is still really decimated, and that's why the air show was cancelled. But anyway, I better keep this quick. Also today, I wanted to jump on. I think we'll be lucky enough to get some footage as well of it. I'm going back to Laser Clinics Australia. They did a wonderful job with the skin needling. The lady, she was so thorough. Like, it's rare actually that I've had a skin treatment that was that good. Like, I was really, really, really lucky and really happy and grateful for it. But I'm going back there today, and I'm going to be getting what's called a BBL treatment. Now, a BBL treatment is sort of an advanced form of IPL, and IPL stands for intense pulse light. So it's a light-based treatment. And the reason I'm really wanting a BBL treatment or advanced IPL is because I came across more information about it, because I follow this guy, probably a lot of people have heard of him, Brian Johnson. So he's a tech multi-millionaire who's really into anti-aging. And he endorses IPL because there's a 2013 Stanford study that showed that IPL can actually rejuvenate, and this is an exciting thing, gene expression. So right onto the genetic level. So what that means basically is, so it rejuvenates gene expression with over 1,200 genes, sort of displaying or going back to more youthful expression. So I guess in simple terms, it means that if you get, intense pulse light can sort of encourage or sort of go down to that gene expression level, encourage older skin to behave more like younger skin. So that's really exciting for me, and that it's actually sort of working at a genetic level, because obviously that's the real root cause of, or the real root instructions of any cell, like when you go right down to that. So that's why I thought, well, that's fantastic. And Australian laser clinics do the BBL. So I'm going to have that treatment today, so hopefully it'll have a bit more of a regenerative effect. I needed to get right down to the gene level, the gene expression level. Make skin that's seen a few birthdays act a bit more like younger skin, please. So that'll be awesome. But anyway, I just wanted to jump on to say hello. Happy weekend. Thank you so much for all your support. And we're going to leave you with an awesome view of the beautiful beach and the ocean and the sand pumping barge. I got that right. So see you guys.